What up, though? And welcome to Free for All Friday right here on Detroit Lions on the Proud. You know how the song goes. It's Friday, then hey, it's Saturday, Sunday. What? It is Free for All Friday. You know how we get down. We will update you on all the latest news and rumors from the Detroit Lions and get you ready for Packers Lions on Sunday. And as always on this channel, we are FTP all day long, man. And coming in hot, my man Luke G. So let me introduce the panel because I didn't get a chance to do that yet. First of all, we got Queen of the Proud coming in. Hello, Miss Valerie Bordeaux.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, co-creator of Lions on the Proud, the Maniac, Big Timmy. What's going on, Tim?
Oh, just ready to go ahead and see some football Sunday.
Getting fired up, man.
Yeah.
Y'all see him with the LNU beanie on, man. He got the walking the right tee and the white cap. My man, Micro Mike from what's that?
From everywhere.
Chat Sports and LNU and everywhere else. What's going on, Micro Mike?
Hey, what's going on, guys? You need to go to lnushop.com, man. Get some sick, wicked gear, just like this hat here.
And get the real over there at LNU Shop. Don't get the fake on Facebook.
Question though, do they sell Micro Michelle wigs?
I will talk to Chrissy about that. We can get a Micro Michelle wigs.
We need some Micro Michelle wigs.
Man, y'all see him, man, down in there with the avatar. Shame, don't love me like you do. It's my man Luke G of Luke G's Field Review. What's going on, Luke?
Hey, what's going on, family? What's going on, chat? Hey, I'm ready to talk some ball.
Man, yeah, man. It's time to kind of get into it, man. But before we get started with that, man, because I gotta do this PG before we get into all the adult stuff. I want to wish my grandbaby, my oldest, Avery Solis, is her 9th birthday today. Happy birthday. Papa loves you, baby. Enjoy your day.
Hey, happy 9th birthday. I remember when I was 9.
Yeah.
Oh, those were the good times. No bills to worry about. Woo! No kids jumping on your shoulder and neck.
Yes. That was the great life back then. And who the hell said I did? Boy, I can't wait till I grow up. I can't wait to get that was the wrong thing to say.
Oh, yeah.
We all thought that's the But let's get into some content, man, because we got some juicy stuff to talk about today. First up in the shoot, give me your thoughts on the firing of Aubrey Pleasant and the trade of TJ Hockenson, because we're going to do a twofer off the jump. Let's get both of those topics out the way. Luke G, I'm going to get you first, man, because I know you have some good insight on this. Firing of AP and the trade of TJ Hockenson.
You know, in terms of the firing of AP, don't care. I don't care. I mean, I think there were some other people that could have been fired? Yeah, like the defensive line coach. When are they going to actually do something? They got 11 sacks on the season. 11 as a whole unit. You know how many damn D linemen we have? And you got 11 sacks? We literally got a sack for each person on our damn D line. That's crazy. So that's the first thing. Then second, in terms of the TJ Hockenson trade, I love it for TJ Hockenson because the fans didn't want him here no way. And they did their usual typical Lion fan stuff. Every time somebody on their way get out, traded or anything, they turn on them and act as if though they were the devil. But, you know, they didn't do this when Jamie Collins left. I didn't have this kind of level of energy when Jamie Collins got let up out of here. But when it's the people that are really, really good get gone, Barry, Calvin Johnson, Slade, Diggs, they all got problems and everybody's on their head. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a good trade for TJ Hockenson, who should be excited for himself. And RB Pleasant is going to write a memoir, and it's going to be a lot to tell. And I feel bad for who's in that memoir.
Okay. All right. Maniac Tim, I'm going to go to you next, man. Your thoughts on the firing of Pleasant and the trade of TJ Hockenson.
Yeah, I think Pleasant was more like a sacrifice. They needed to give something, but it was kind of funny on how they more or less stabbed him in the back after Sheila goes ahead and gives Dan Campbell the vote of confidence that, we're tearing down, we're rebuilding and stuff like that. Now, as far as what we've seen this done with player after player, where they get to their rookie deal. If they're not really performing, the last year of that contract, that's when they get rid of them. And I guess that's what we're saying. We're always rebuilding. When you keep on firing your better players, you're never going to get that better team because you keep on getting rid of them at the end of the day. Now, what we got for them, I mean, it kind of makes you wonder on how the league and the other teams think as how good he was, because you've seen receivers getting, 2 first-round draft picks. We the best we got was a second-round draft pick and then a third. So, as far as around the league, how well was he perceived, and how well did the other teams really put the value in wanting him?
Okay. I'm liking that take,
Yeah.
Tim. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Right.
Queen, what you got?
I was one of the first ones to say that Albert Pleasant would be the first to go.
Mhm.
And yes, he was out the door first. Now, I don't understand the hot drama. Who cares? I mean, this is not a big deal whatsoever. 100%. It is not. And if you look at what you got from, you got a good deal out of him. After I watched the Bears trades, I was like, yeah, y'all got a good deal for him. And so it's like, this is not even a blip on anybody's radar with this bill. Come on now.
Okay. I feel you. All right. Micro Mike, before I give my take, what are your thoughts on these happenings this week in the Lions Nation?
With Aubrey Pleasant being fired, I'm really excited to go from the 32nd ranked defense to the number 1 ranked defense. He was clearly the whole problem defensively. Everybody knows this. Real excited to see this big old turnaround that we're gonna have. Super Bowl, here we come. Because he's the sole reason this defense was bad. I mean, this guy is
totally him.
has nothing to do with the defensive line, linebackers, terrible scheme. It was all Aubrey Pleasant. Clearly, I mean, with Jerry Jacobs coming out of nowhere, clearly with Jeffrey Okudah getting better, Kirby Joseph excelling, it was definitely he's the problem. So really excited to see that number 1 ranked defense. When it comes to TJ Hockenson, we're 1-6. It's gonna matter. He was here, we still lost. He's gone, we're still gonna lose. I mean, that's just the way it is. We weren't gonna pay him. I was talking to Chris from Detroit Lions podcast. He's saying that TJ Hockenson didn't want to be here anymore. He wanted to go to a winning team. He wanted top 5 money. The Lions were going to pay him top 5 money. He was kind of already checked out, and he wanted to be gone, just like we were hearing about that loss from Dallas on the plane ride. Players were checking out. That's what was going on with TJ Hockenson.
Okay. For me, I kind of with the Aubrey Pleasant deal, with that adage of he was a type of sacrificial guy, but he was the warning shot. I think Aubrey Pleasant was the warning shot. I'm putting y'all on notice that we don't get this thing turned around. I'm firing all y'all asses. So you gotta fire one person first. And
now, I don't know if that was based on his performance though, because I was hearing rumors that he and Aaron Glenn got into it on the sidelines, and Aaron Pleasant wasn't going to follow orders. And you know how the whole thing with Sheila and Dan Campbell is that we present this united front. Well, if you're not going to present a united front, you get the hell out.
Well, I believe in that too. I believe that could be a factor too. But I believe and I can't, as much as I like Aubrey Pleasant as a coach, I think he's a hell of a teacher. The results aren't there. But
was that really a warning shot though, Curt?
Yeah,
was that a warning shot? Like a warning shot? A warning shot lets the person know you mean business. I don't think that's the kind of move that means you mean business.
I don't know though. If you fire somebody,
man, good point.
If you fire somebody, you mean business. If I'm telling you,
worst excuse for a drive-by I've ever seen.
That
was more like to me. That was more like brandishing. Like it wasn't a warning shot. It was like a brandish. He brandished.
I don't know about
that. That was like a little kid trying to pull out a Nerf gun to do a drive-by. I mean, this is.
I see how y'all want to see it. I think it was like, hey man,
hey man,
you got to go. So, and a lot of those factors, I didn't like the firing myself. I didn't like it. I think he was good for some of those young guys in the secondary. I can't say that the results I can't say that he didn't have good results because he didn't. Like he had individual results with some of the players, but as far as the secondary as a whole, it still sucked. I can't say the stats say what it says. The numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? We got the worst rate pass defense in the league. Now there were some contributing factors to that. You lose your starting safety, the leader on the back end, and then you lose the last game. We didn't even have there's two veterans. We're playing like a lot of first and second year guys back there, undrafted free agents. You know, we got the star of the show, Val's favorite player on the team, Kirby Joseph back there making some big plays, causing a couple fumbles and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? She traded in her iffy jersey for a Joseph jersey. But no, I'm just
Hey, Kirby,
me and Val the only ones who look at Kirby Joseph is like, what the hell are y'all looking at? Like I mean, but, listen, I give him credit. He got a tackle where a guy got flipped. We've seen people get flipped many times before. That guy just let the ball go, but it's still a turnover. I get it. But what the hell are y'all looking at? Like, those two turnovers got people gassed up, in my opinion, but whatever.
Because he's getting better every single game. That's what I'm looking at.
So many people are drinking the Heaven's Gate Honolulu Kool-Aid.
I'm not saying he doesn't have issues. He's a rookie. He's going to have issues, man. It's good as it is. Does he make plays? Yes. Does he botch plays? Absolutely. It just goes with rookies on the field. He's just a young kid.
So desperate for anybody that they would put out Pee Wee Herman and go, he's the greatest person ever.
It's about progression. When from these young guys, you want to see them get better from game to game. That means they're kind of understanding it. If you're seeing a player not do that, or if you see a Will Harris type of player, it's like it's just not working out.
Yeah.
So from these young guys, any young guy, whoever it is.
But Mike,
they're getting better.
What did he improve though, right? Like, what did he improve? The purpose of a safety is coverage. So what did he improve?
Let's see, the hard hitting that he's doing, the ability to take over from one of these worst positions from Tracy Walker, who was there, to come in and do a pretty good job. He's doing a lot better than what he was doing starting from the first time he started. Now,
well, I just don't see it. I'm sorry.
I mean, everyone has their own, but let me get back to the finish. Go ahead and finish.
Go ahead
with the Aubrey Pleasant thing. I didn't like the firing. I think he's a good coach, but I understand it. I get it. I understand it. That's all I want. And then for the TJ Hawkinson thing, okay.
Both are meh.
I like Hawkinson.
Either one make.
Yeah, I like Hawkinson, but will we be better served next year in the draft? Possibly. So, it's one of those things. It's one of those things where, I don't think the Lions were going to pay him. So, you move on. And I think that may have been the plan all along. You look at where they drafted James Mitchell, the governor. I'm like, wait a minute. We got a good tight end. We drafting the tight end. May have been the plan all along to kind of move on from Hawkinson. That way had been the plan from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's and to extend him a year so you can trade him. That means you're not going to let him walk for nothing.
Like they did with Gameday.
Yeah, I think that's what the plan was, just to make sure they could hold on to him for a little while. Bring the young fella in, kind of mold him a little bit, and then go ahead and let Hawkinson get out the building and get something for him. I think that was my thought process. That was looking back in hindsight. That was the plan all along, to let him go or get something for him. So let's see what we got in the chat, Val. Let's see what they're thinking about this stuff.
Oh my gosh! Of course, they're picking on me because they say I don't know quarterbacks, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that discussion later.
Yeah.
Dan Span also says I wasn't about to pay him top 5 tight end money, and he wasn't willing to take less. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Joseph Osteen, Hawk is a good TE, not a game changer. Gonna guess the Lions didn't want to give him a bag.
Yeah.
Michael Huck, we weren't going to overpay him, so at least we got something for him other than a comp pick when he walked later. That's true. Audrey's firing, I believe, will have the DB's safety down and right before the Packers game. I don't like it at this time, Brian Stover.
Mm-hmm.
If that situation is already a dumpster fire anyway, really, what difference does it make? It really doesn't.
Well, if you're an individual or a person that believes they're not, we don't. I don't like the word tank or anything like that. But if you don't feel that the situation is what it is, but you going in facing Aaron Rodgers and one of your, you got one of the best. You let go one of the best coaches on your team, but it is what it is. Hey, because he wasn't getting the job done. Because I can't hear Siren say that he was getting the job done, and they were just flourishing in the secondary because there weren't.
Well, and the poor guy didn't have any talent to work with in the first place.
Yeah, that was the you have him working with low to mid round draft picks and undrafted free agents back there in that secondary with all the
guys
injuries.
From the pick and save, yeah.
Yeah, so picking up guys at the Home Depot to play in the secondary. But Chris, all right. Who is the next person who will be fired? And when do you think it will happen? Somebody else is going this year. Who is it and when will they be fired? What you got, Mike?
I'll have Aaron Glenn gets fired at the end of the season. I don't think we're going to see a change. If there would be a change, though, maybe after the Thanksgiving Day game, but I don't think he's going to be the defensive coordinator next year.
Okay. What you got, Luke G?
Well, since how the person I think should be fired won't be fired, it don't really fucking matter. It just don't. The person who should be fired won't be, and they're going to let him play around with draft picks when he doesn't know what he's doing with them. But hey, whatever. Who do I think gonna be fired next? I mean, they're gonna send another warning shot. They're gonna fire the defensive line coach for your warning shot.
Ty Washington next. Okay. All right. What you got, Val? Who gets fired next, and when will you think it would be happening?
The most likely firing will be Aaron Glenn after the season. If not, some of the lower level guys on the coaches on the defensive line or the defensive, side of the ball. Yeah, there might be a couple of those that are let go and kind of switched out, but I'm not sure. But the big one will be Aaron Glenn at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What you got, Maniac Tim?
Okay. It's going to be a double dip. It's going to be, of course, Rory, because he's a whole trouble for the team, according to Mike there.
He is.
Yeah. But Aaron Glenn he's going to be the main guy that gets fired.
He's the real curse. Yeah. Forget Bobby Lane. He's the real curse. He's been there from the day one. Okay.
Yeah, and they already got a Jaguar uniform for him at Jacksonville for Rory. So please don't worry about Rory. He'll be all right.
He'll be all right.
But yeah, Aaron Glenn, it's a dismal performance on the defense. He's the head man of the defense. Needs to be him.
Okay.
At the end of the season, though. Not
at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I have to agree with you guys on the Aaron Glenn thing. I talked about this the other day on the show. Was talking about Aaron Glenn and was he the right person for this position as the team is currently constructed? You have a first-time defensive coordinator who hasn't yet developed himself. He hasn't developed the scheme. When you have a whole bunch of young coaches underneath him. The one with the most experience is Ty Walsh. You have a lot of young coaches underneath Aaron Glenn. I think there was a mistake letting Don Capers out of the building because he was helping with that development. So you put him right, and you have an underdeveloped coach with an underdeveloped staff with underdeveloped players. It was a recipe for disaster. I think he would have be better served to go to a more veteran defense. But I think him trying to develop everything at the same time, including himself, I think it just was overwhelming for him. I think they should have had a more seasoned defensive coordinator come in here and take that position off the rip. So Aaron Glenn, as much as I like him personally, professionally, I just don't think this was the right job for him at this time. I just don't think it was. I think he needed to be more seasoned before he took over being a first-time defensive coordinator to a team that's so young and with so much underdeveloped talent. But I digress.
But to his credit, he doesn't have anything to work with either at all.
When you get talent that's so raw for most of the guys, you have to develop them. And if you're not developed as a coach, how you can develop your players? You can't.
Yeah.
Well,
you can't.
I hope I said his name right. Cowlin Jones. He said he wanted to hear me say one positive comment. I'm nothing but positive, but I'm also a realist. I'm not going to sugarcoat things when it comes to this team. And when it comes to the positive, I give the positive. I mean, you just go look at any of my videos. I give the positives all the time. It's just that in this regard, I see a more inherent issue. And when I try to bring this up to people who have a different view. Instead of them hearing it and having an open mind to it, they're going to die on that hill. Well, I'm not going to die on that hill. I think, for example, Okuda has been so much more better than I thought he was going to be this year, and I've given him praise for that. I've given praise to the team as a whole coming out early, where I thought they were going to win double digits and get into the playoffs. Like, I've been nothing but positive. But I do draw a line in the sand because there has to come a point where more information, you have to do better. And so I got more information now. I'm going to be realistic about it. I just don't see a roster in terms of the defense that would lead me to believe I should say anything positive about them. So, you know, to me, that speaks more to the person bringing in the ingredients for the meal than the person preparing it.
The 5 stages of grief, folks.
And when we talk about that, we're not talking about, oh, well, they're just not, they're good in just stats. They're good in, you know, stats. We're talking about doing the job.
The only stat that matters in football is W's and L's.
I'm so tired of this. Well, you look at the stats here. Okay. Look at the wins and losses.
But hey, you know, thank you for joining everyone right here. Detroit Lions of the Pride, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors right here on Free for All Friday. Man, if you're gonna get yourself some gear, you know, you got to go to fanatics.com. The link's in the description, because just like my man, Luke G, you can get yourself this nice, bright Michigan hat. Because Tuck came and got his ass whooped in the big house on Saturday, baby. Woo, they got so mad they beat people up in the tunnel. Man, I can't be that salty after a loss, man.
You know what? I can't even get mad, because the reality is this: Michigan, just like the Green Bay Packers, look great in the regular season until it really counts, and they be right home with everybody else.
We ain't talking about.
They'll be right home with everybody else. Don't worry about it.
At least they're not going to be in jail like
about Saturday. Yeah, man.
Last year, you know, to get into.
At least they're not going to be in jail like State.
Man,
the salty Spartans. Yeah.
Come on, man. Now, Luke G, I want you to give me your opinion. Why was the dude hitting the dude with the helmet, dude? Come on, bro.
I mean, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a player, when I'm walking out, whether it's a win or a loss, it's a reason why they tell you to put your helmet on. So, you know, at that point, just let everybody go to their corners and take a minute to cool down. I think I believe he said something, or he did something on his way through that tunnel, and he thought he was going to go by unscathed, and he got the hard reality that what you say is not going to fly. So do I condone it? No, but the reality is
two different things.
You said what now?
Shit and throwing hands are two different things.
Yeah,
well, I feel you, but there's some words that's worth putting hands on people for. That I believe.
Yeah. So
I would put my hands on everybody, but still,
with all that,
I'm just saying there's some words that I believe is worth putting them paws on people. That's all I'm saying.
You can't be doing that in the public domain, bro. You can't be doing that.
I saw the sign, man. It was classic, man. It says Tuck needs some Viagra. Because he won't be. We won't be. Hey, anyway, I digress, man. Hey,
you did say this is the adult version, you know.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Thank you for coming out, East Lansing Community College, for coming out to the big house for the big house on Saturday, man. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next year. All right, so with all that being said, hey, go over to LNUshop.com, man. Get yourself some gear over there. Game day, like my man Micro Mike is rocking, man. Get the real, not the fake that's on Facebook, man. Go to my man Micro Mike. He got it on too. Go ahead, show him the t-shirt, brother. Coach Mike will hook you up with that Wolverine Lion gear, man, because you know, most of us are Wolverines on Saturday, you know, and Lions on Sunday over here on this show. But you know, Luke G, he's a Sparty, man. I give him his props, man, because you know, takes a real fan to wear the green and white, man, because you know, they just, you know, sometimes they just be lost sometimes. But anyways,
I'm gonna let y'all have that, because that's the first time y'all beat Mel Tucker. So enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, that's the first of many. Anyways, let's get back into the show, man. All right. So I want you to answer this question, man, because this is what seems to be this is what I kind of see for the future of the Lions right now. What I saw after the TJ Hawkinson trade. The Lions are stocking up on draft picks, man, for the 2023 draft.
Collecting them like Pokemon cards.
What?
Gotta catch them all.
They're trying to catch them all. Now, who? I don't want to say who, but what positions do you think they're going to target in the upcoming draft? Or what positions?
Fight right now.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta talk shit. I mean, that's the big news right now. Val, you said. I mean, we're 7 games in. We're 1-6. That's the topic right now. It's all over. They mock drafts are all over the place now. So, Micro Mike, what positions do you think the Lions would target in this upcoming draft?
Quarterback. I think they're going to go quarterback with that first pick from there. So you can look at the quarterbacks that you would like to look at, whether it be Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Levis, Hendon Hooker. Quarterbacks for sure. All defense from there. I think edge, defensive tackle, cornerback would be logical right after there for the Lions. I think they probably get a running back too at some point in this draft because of DeAndre Swift and a kicker, depending how well our kicker continues. I mean, it's been a disaster this year, but the last couple of weeks we have seen some improvement. So that's a little bit of wait and see. Maybe they get a guard at some point, but I would suggest it'll be a little bit more defense, one special teams, quarterback, and hopefully they get a linebacker. Of course, we all have been talking about linebacker for a while. That's why
I feel like Mike just named the whole damn team. Mike, what the
whole defensive side.
Everybody.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Well, you got 8 picks right now. Currently, you got 8 picks. You got quarterback. You got defensive tackle, edge, linebacker, cornerback. I didn't mention safety. I didn't mention tight end. Better not get a tight end. I didn't mention wide receiver or a tackle. They could do tackle. I think Big V, not tackle. That'd be Taylor Decker, but guard. They could do that but honestly, it's the 3 phases on defense, quarterback, kicker.
So basically what they supposed to did year 1 and year 2.
Since 1957, yes.
Yeah. MG. Okay.
Yeah, I think when it comes to that pick, we got 8 picks. I really believe we picked 5 players, and I think he's gonna do a lot of trading on draft day, and I think we only bring in 5 players. I think he's gonna do a lot of trading in, trading back, and you walk out with 5 picks out of that 8. And so position wise,
with all of those picks being collected, that's a trade coming up.
Yeah, it's definitely so. At that point, I feel like at that point like I said, Mike said it best. We need everything. Since 1957, we need it all.
Yeah. We either misdraft or get rid of or whatever the heck. But yeah, definitely, we definitely need a quarterback. We need a stronger defense. And it's all been said. We all said this. It all depends on what DeAndre Swift says this year. I mean, and with his injuries, he has not been on the field his whole career. So is there going to be that running back also taken? But, I think they mainly I'm hoping they're mainly concentrating on that defensive side of the ball, because they need, that's where we're really hurting.
That's what been hurting that for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years. I mean, and this is one of the main reasons why I'm directly looking at the general manager, because I'm like, you knew this. There was 3 years of footage before you came in that we sucked on defense. And don't tell me, oh, you took 10 of those 15 picks were on defense. None of those guys are impact players.
Right.
They're just a bunch of guys.
Exactly. You need those playmakers, those impact players, those maniac type of players that's going to go ahead and just shove that football right down their throat.
Okay.
So here's going to be my hot ass take on this.
Okay. What you got?
Okay. Are the Lions going to probably draft a quarterback? Yes, they probably fucking are. Dumb as fuck as shit as that is. But I can see the need for a backup quarterback. Okay, these quarterback selections are backup guys. They're not a franchise quarterback. I don't know why y'all want to do quarterback because we got to get right, Johnny Hopkins. Because Goff sucks. Well, okay. We have to get rid of Stafford because Stafford sucks at anybody. Anybody's going to be better than Stafford. Okay, we got Goff. He has the number one offense when his weapons are healthy, but you know. Okay. We have a defense that hasn't even been anywhere near the top 10 since 2014. But let's ignore that for the quarterback. No, let's build the balanced side of the ball. Please, let's balance this. Let's get the defense built up, please. I could see I'm not against these guys as backups, but they're not franchise guys. Okay? I can see the need for a quarterback, but you better build this D line, the linebackers, the cornerbacks, all the blind ballerinas in the backfield and the safety position. That will help a quarterback. You already have a number one offense if you get these $37 million worth of motherfuckers off the goddamn bench on injury reserve. Don't draft injured players. That will help you. And you know what I'm saying? Go defense. You should have done it last one, and you wouldn't have been in the position you are now. You're going to have all of these guys that are on one-year contracts that are going to be out the door. So now you got even more holes to fill. So what are you going to do? You build a quarterback. You're going to have you get your stud. Even if you got a stud quarterback, you're going to sit there and have him out on the field trying to outscore while your defense can't run over a grandma with a walker. And you ain't going to get that bill for 2 years. This has got to get addressed. That has got to be the number one focus. Backup quarterback for Goff? Yeah, okay. Built, whatever. But you already got a quarterback. What the hell is wrong with y'all? It doesn't make no damn sense. Just work with what you got and build the actual team instead of going for the bright shiny object syndrome that's never worked for you.
Okay, I feel you. For do I think they target a quarterback? It may not be in the first round. We still got Jared Goff on the contract. I think even if we stick to that number one pick, I think we can trade out of it. We're in a great spot to trade out of it and grab him some more picks. So I mean, we'll see what they do with that. They may end up with 3 first-round picks this year, and hopefully they spend them on defense. But I mean, I'm hoping. I'm not sure. Defense is definitely. I'm not even really like defense. I'm looking at corner, safety. Amani Warrior got to go. Definitely be a safety, a good young stud of a safety. Definitely some linebackers, man. As much as the young fella has been doing this thing, it's still not successful because our defense still sucks. I think Rodrigo is good? Yeah, he's all right. You know what I'm saying? Is he the next coming of one of the best linebackers ever in the league? He's not the second coming of Ray Lewis. So, but
he ain't the second coming of Zach Thomas. I mean, let's be honest.
He's decent, but he's not, you know what I'm saying? But we said we got so many holes to fill on his defense, man. And I'm with Micro Mike. A guard definitely would be. You're looking at Big V getting a little long in the tooth, you know what I'm saying? Just coming off a back.
Get rid of Anzalone. Get rid of Warrior. Get rid of Kirby Joseph. No, okay. Get rid of.
No, I ain't get rid of that young young fella. His contract is soon. Yeah, they ain't get rid of that cat. You know what I'm saying? He'll be around for a little bit. But those are some of the guys. I think those are some of the positions I think they will definitely covet here in the next draft.
Hold on, my headphones are messing with me.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, Curt Steele, we got a question for you from Keizu Ninja.
Okay.
Says, seems to me the goal for Holmes is draft picks and cap space for next year. Well, we see JMO this year. Is it worth playing him this year? No.
Okay. Yes, I think that was maybe the plan. I think there was maybe the Brad Holmes plan was to stack up some salary cap relief and stack up some picks for next year. When the season definitely didn't go at the start as the way they wanted to, especially on defense. You got a lot of people still injured and all the things that nature. The people that we thought was coming back did not come back, especially on the defensive line. Didn't get Romeo Quara back. Didn't get Levi Onwuzurike back. So what's the secondary plan? The secondary plan, let's get some cap relief and stack some draft picks. I think that became plan B. Will we see JMO this year? Absolutely.
Nope.
We will see James
100% zero. Nope.
Okay. Let's make a bet. Val.
Okay. What's the bet?
Okay. The bet is if Jameson Williams plays this season,
an entire game
this season, the loser will, okay, if he does not, I will definitely post a video wearing, let me see, what can I wear?
A Michigan Spartans hat. I want the jersey and the hat. I want the jersey and the hat.
This is me.
You confident. You confident. No, your confidence is high, Curt. Don't chicken out now. Your confidence is high. Your spirit right now, I can see it.
If it's that bad, then Luke needs to wear a Michigan hat. If he does,
Bears. I call Bears here.
Okay, I will get a Bears hat if that's the case. I will get a Bears hat. And
the audacity, Curt. You're gonna skip Spartan for a damn. They're not even in the state for the Bears.
Yeah, I do because we're talking pro football here with the Lions, so definitely.
Oh man,
real football, not Spartan football. Okay,
yeah.
So is there gonna be
like a grown-up football?
Okay. Oh, and if that's not the case, I'll find you a JMO shirt for you to wear on the show. Okay. Got it.
I'll wear a JMO shirt.
I'm with you, Val. I don't think he plays this year. I don't think he plays at all.
Okay.
A full game, I don't think it happened. I think he get like a few snaps here and there, but not a full game.
He'll make his debut on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Oh, that's the absolute worst day to do
it. No. Packers for Val. No.
I was told he would make his debut in Thanksgiving 5-6 weeks ago by a guy in Detroit. So
yeah, he was already supposed to be on the field already. But anywho,
let's get in the comments. Let's see what they got to say about that. Let's get more in the comments. I had to step away.
I was like, I had to read it because we're still talking about
Kazoo Ninjas.
I love how this got started. Bears for Curt, Packers for Val. No, Packers not for Val.
No. We FTP on this show. Everybody FTP.
Yeah.
Michael Hook and JMO plays Val wears a Joseph jersey if he doesn't wear the OSU hat.
Oh, I will never wear anything Ohio State ever.
But Old Timer Dave got the comment of the day though.
What Old Timer Dave talk about?
Old Timer Dave says we talking grown up football, and you mentioned the Bears.
That is how you do a drive-by.
I did not see that one coming.
Sheila Ford White Diamonds pull up drive-by shoot right there.
Yeah, that white diamond. I think that may be why the reason we traded TJ Hawkinson. It was a desperation because Brad Homer smelled that damn white diamonds in the building. He was like, "Wait a minute, I gotta do something."
How Old Timer Dave gonna do me like
that?
Man,
Old Timer Dave has the greatest moment of Free for All Friday history.
Oh yeah!
They turned that camera on, and all I saw was the white.
Oh man! I still have that footage. I can
that was classic. I love you, Overtimer Day, for that. Man, that was my favorite Free for All Friday memory. I was like, "What in the haberdashery is going on?"
I know the look on your face was like,
"What in the hell is this?" That was classic. All right, so let's get into the game, man.
Old Timer Dave.
I love Old Timer Dave, man. That's my guy, man. Hey, let's get into the game, man. What are we gonna do? How can we win the game on Sunday versus the Packers, man? What you got, Luke G? How can the Lions give me your keys to the game versus the Packers?
All right. I thought long and hard about how we can do this. All right. You have to hire a witch doctor. You have listen, we gonna have to put a spell on their ass. I'm serious. you're gonna have to put a spell on them. Listen, and they're gonna have to hand out a bunch of voodoo dolls to every fan in attendance and just let them poke it throughout the game. Because I can tell you right now, I don't give us a singular chance of winning this game. I just don't see it. I don't see. I think all the attention now will go towards his safety blanket, which is Amon-Ra St. Brown, which means that the other people got to step up. I mean, it's been so much going on. We forget that we even picked up DJ Chark, right? So it's like, where are these other guys going to step up? I just don't see a way for us to beat them. And if the argument is you're going to run the ball, well, I don't think you do that neither, because it ain't like you're going to commit to it. So you need a witch doctor. Find a good one. Pay him well. He'll probably take mermaid blood or something, but give it to him and let it happen. It has to happen.
Hire a spy to go into Aaron Rodgers' locker room and steal his Mr. Miyagi juice. I mean,
or pull the whole Nancy Kerrigan scandal all over again. Run by and start whacking knees. I mean, something got to happen.
Knee whacker,
Tanya Harding, the treatment.
Yeah, okay. I know Tanya Harding the one who did. I'm just saying, that's why I said the whole Nancy Kerrigan scandal. Somebody got to go by hitting knees. That's all I'm saying.
It's really important we do that. Yes.
Okay, what you got, Tim?
Okay. We got to go ahead and trade franchises with the Buffalo Bills. Every player.
Player for player. Trade.
Yeah, just go ahead and trade. And what brings out the maniac in me, Grand Judge 12? It's those damn Packers!
The Packers. Okay,
the
Timmy.
Packers!
Okay, Timmy. Timmy is on one today. Ooh, we put the flash down. Okay, Queen, what you got today?
I was going to say, I say, how the hell should I know? Because the Packers owns the Bears, but still, anyhow.
That's very true. This is very true. We know
I'll pick out myself for that one. But you know, Aaron Rodgers, okay, has one fatal flaw that you can capitalize on. And that's blitzing his ass and sacking him over and over again. Put Rodrigo and Hutchinson on his tail all day long.
Okay.
If you do that, you rattle him, and you've got the opportunity then to do stuff. Run the ball. Do not make Goff a deep passer. Stop that shit right now. Stop.
Okay.
Run the ball and quarterback blitz.
You know what's funny, Vel? I was watching that Packer game versus the Bills. There was the one thing I really noticed, and it was that fill-in guard. Everybody just bull rushed him and really collapsed the front of that pocket on him. And this might be an opportunity for one of them D tackles, not sure who, but one of them D tackles to really have a big game. If they can follow suit and bull rush that one guy just so he has to move out that pocket.
Okay. All right. Now, before we get to the BS that will have coming out of Mike's mouth, I'm gonna give you my key.
You know it's coming, right? It's coming.
You know it's coming.
Sick Rory on
okay. I get what you're saying about I'm worried about the other Aaron. I'm worried about the Aaron Jones, the running back. That dude has been killing our ass for the last few years. Make sure you can stop that dude. That dude has been burning our ass. Stop the other Aaron. You know what I'm saying? You can stop that Aaron on the way to the other Aaron. So, like, stop the run on the way back to the quarterback. So that's my thing. And then on the offense, they give up points. I don't know what the hell's wrong with their defense this year, but you can score points on the Packers.
Yeah, Packers
we just saw it. Their defense isn't that great this year.
So they got too many Michigan players.
Here we go with that.
Michigan Spartans? Oh,
yeah. That's because the Spartan players got warrants. Anyways.
Yeah.
Can't get on the field because they can't go in public. Anyways. Yeah. So worry about the stop the other Aaron and on your way to the boogeyman. So that's my deal for this game, man. And you can score points on them. So don't be afraid to open up your offense and score points, man. And you have to don't key on Amon-Ra St. Brown, even though he killed the Packers last year in the final game of the season. And that was against their starters. He had a great game. So you're going to have to move that ball around and spread it around. But we got to look at it, see if Josh Reynolds is going to be back because he was limited yesterday with a knee. So we'll see if we get him back into the fold You're gonna have to spread the ball around. Hopefully, Swift can play. So you're gonna have to go a multifaceted approach to the Lions' offense against their defense. What you got, Micro Mike?
This is going to be a real difficult one for the Lions.
Score more points.
What they have to do is run the football, in all honesty. Right now, the Packers' run defense is 29th in the NFL. Lions are 10th run offense in the NFL. Run the football with Jamal Williams. I don't know if DeAndre Swift is going to play in this game. I couldn't tell you. If he does, he'll probably get a limited snap count, but it is really important to run the football and stay with the run through quarter 1 through quarter 4. The Packers is their weakness there. They're actually pretty good in pass defense. And right now, we may not have Josh Reynolds in this game. Amon-Ra St. Brown will be in the game, I'm going to assume. So run the football and stick to it. When it comes to the defense, Aaron Jones is their threat. That is the one, just like you were saying, that I'm more concerned about in this game. Is we need to put attention towards him. Their wide receiver core is banged up and booty cheeks at the same time. Jeffrey Okudah should be able to do a good job for whoever he's going to be, but they don't have anyone really else. Alan Lazard potentially could be back, but it's really not good over there. I think the Lions actually have a chance in this game.
Okay, definitely. You know what? I have to apologize, Micro Mike. I thought it was
no, damn that. No, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. All right, we got a goddamn body snatcher up in here, and I don't identify the things from it. Get the hell up out of Mike. Okay, the power of Christ repels you. Okay, what the hell is going on?
One minute, Luke is talking about the power of Christ, and before he's talking about a witch doctor, man, I don't know about.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened to Mike. Now listen, think about. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Every religion possible to get help for the Lions.
Everybody was ready for the. Everybody knew Mike was finna say something wild, and he came with the most political. Nope. Michelle, take your ass home and go get Mike. Okay? The hell happened?
See, when you think you have all the answers, he changes the questions.
Yeah, there you go. What else we got going on in the chat right now, Val? Before we get to game predictions.
Not game predictions quite yet, but they want. GridIron wants to know who the Lions player of the game for the win.
The Lions player of the game for the win.
Oh wow. Who's playing?
Don't everybody go at once.
Right.
Aleem McNeil. That's a defensive tackle that's going to get pressure on Aaron Rodgers. So I'm going to go with Aleem McNeil.
I'm going to say Hutchinson.
Okay, Hutchinson.
Offense. Say God.
Okay. There it is.
Thank God.
He went. Now Mike is back.
I'm back.
Look, he came back real quick. He's like, shit, I had to take a poop. I'm back now. What I miss?
Y'all are some fools, man.
Lions player of the game for the win. Jared Goff. I don't know.
Michael Bashley.
I don't know.
Michael Bashley for the win.
Bashley. Now, I forgot to say one player I think the Lions should target in the draft, man. Jake Moody. We get that kicker from Michigan, man. That's what I'm talking about. I want that. I want a kicker from Michigan. We need a kicker.
Another damn Wolverine.
Yeah,
baby.
So we can call him the Moody Lion.
Man, the Moody Lion. Yeah, man. But okay, yeah. All right, now it's time to for our game predictions before we get into final thoughts, because final thoughts is coming up here shortly, because looking at the Mickeys about that time. All right, y'all know what the question is: who wins and what's the score? All right, we'll go to Maniac Tim first, man. He kicks off the show with all his good predictions, man. So go ahead and give us your prediction for the game. Who wins and what's the score?
Okay, if Hawkinson was still here, we would win the game 38-29.
Okay, so he's not here.
Right, he's not here. So we're going to win the game by 1 point.
Okay, a 1 point victory, no particular score, but
right.
Okay. All right, 1 point victory for the Lions. You heard it from Maniac Tim right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Free for all Friday. What you got, Queen? Who wins? What's the score?
32-17 Lions.
32-17 Lions.
FTP
Okay.
all day.
FTP all day. We hashtag FTP all day right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Mike, what you got, man? Who wins and what's the score?
The score will be 23-24. Lions lose.
20. Now you got a 1 point loss.
1 point other way. Yeah.
Until
they prove something to me about closing a game out. I can't say they're going to win this game. Karen Rodgers, by the way, sorry, I said Aaron. I meant my Karen. But it's one of those games where it's a get right game and they win at the last second.
Okay.
But you should have more faith because look at old timer Dave's prediction.
35-24 Lions. Oh, man. Old timer Dave.
Old timer Dave think he's slick. He over there burning sage and he got him a voodoo doctor. He knows what's going to happen.
What you got, Luke G?
I got it 28-17 Green Bay.
Okay. What I say? I can't even remember what I said yesterday. I think it's 28-24 Detroit. Yeah, I give him a puncher's chance this time. 31-28 refs.
That's probably gonna be it. Those damn refs, yeah.
You know what's funny though? I feel like if they do beat the Packers, you're going to have a large group of Lion fans that's going to be screaming like, what are you doing? What are you doing? We need the first overall pick.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think we have a lot of Lions fans that'll say if we win, we're going to the playoffs now.
And Jen says I'm boycotting.
Packers record? I mean, they're 4
I told
games.
you, Mike.
Dan,
I'm boycotting any more predictions because I'm never right. None of us are either. So don't.
Yeah, we get close, but it ain't. I don't think
It's all in fun.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Okay, I'll ask you guys another question because I want to see what you guys think about this. Right now, let me look at the betting line. Over under is 49.5. All right, quick. Over under 49.5 points. What you got, Mike?
I'm gonna do under, but the Lions to cover and still lose.
Lions to cover. Okay, Queen. What you got? Over under.
Okay, repeat because I was busy.
The over under is 49.5.
49.5 under.
Mm-hmm.
Under.
Okay. What you got, Maniac Tim?
Under.
What you got, Luke G?
let me see. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't see us stopping the run, so I can see that over.
I'm going over as well. I'm going over 40 because I said 28-24, so that's over 50 points anyway. So I got to go over, right?
Okay, well then I got to go over too on that.
Yeah, my prediction.
I don't know nothing about none of this.
Okay, over under is 59.
Well, I know what they are,
yeah,
but I just don't pay attention.
Yeah. So and the spread is the Lions are 3.5 point underdog. So Mike took the under, but he said the Lions will cover, so they will be within that 3.5 because he said a 1 point victory for the Packers. So the Lions will definitely cover that. All right. So, all right, man. Hey, thank you guys for joining us right here on Detroit Lions. Probably your home for Detroit Lions newsrooms. Let's get to a couple more comments. Let's get some more of those game predictions, Val, before we get into final thoughts.
Okay,
from the chat.
we had Giovanni Lions with 25-18 Green Bay.
Okay.
Dan Spence finally did girl prediction 24-17. And then George Eagle, if Green Bay wins, that must mean they have more Wolverines. Old timer Dave is going over. Dan Spence is under. Brian Stover way over. Tornado Lions 21-10 in the first half. Green Bay 28-21 final.
Oh man, just like last week, huh? That crushed my soul, man. How the hell you go be up 10 points at halftime and don't score another fucking point? You score one touchdown, you win the damn game. You score one touchdown. Yeah, that was
chipping
terrible.
away. They just kept chipping away at our lead.
Could it be 4 straight games of not scoring a point in the second half?
Yeah. Man, I don't want to see that shit. Right
if that happens, I don't want to hear it's just the defense.
In these damn games where they're doing this shit.
Yeah.
They start out with the fucking run game, and then they want to play
away from it.
Play deep pass with Goff as soon as they get out the locker room in the second half. What are you doing? Stop.
They get away from the run. I've never seen anything. We've been talking about this. I've been talking with Luke about this for years. Run the damn football. Like, what? Doesn't matter who's OC. Doesn't matter
number
who's
one
coach.
philosophy. It's your
They
history.
never do it. Like, what
It's your
the
history.
hell?
Yep.
Every time the Lions ever won, they had a run game. That's facts. Go and look.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a run game this year. We just ain't using it right.
And they just don't use it.
Well, maybe they're afraid Swift is going to get hurt again. I don't know.
We got
We
Jamal
got-
Williams.
we got
Craig
Jamal
Reynolds.
Williams, got Craig Reynolds, and
We got like 800 damn running backs. I mean, you just got to run the ball. You got to be committed to it.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, but
All right.
then we go ahead and we kick it up. Go ahead and we don't get the easy first down. Sometimes we go ahead and we fumble. I mean, all that stuff is factors too that we see.
Yeah.
I mean, Jamal goes ahead and fumbles it on the 1 yard. I mean, that's not typical of him, but it did. I mean, there's just that Murphy's Law just goes ahead and kills us too.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you guys for joining us right here in Detroit Lions of the Pride. Home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Check us out over there on Lions Nation Unite. You can check my man Micro Mike over there, hanging out, man, doing his thing, writing articles, doing videos, all that good content he has right over there in LNU. Man, you can download the app in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store. Check us out over there, DetroitLionsOnTheProd.com, man. You can check my website out down there too, CurtSteele.com, man. I'm doing my master's thing, so I put a little content over there. Check out my writing over there. So I'm practicing. You know what I'm saying, for the big leagues one day. For everyone else, man, thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate you. Follow all our DSA members, man. They're links in the description below as well. Go ahead and check out my man, Maniac Tim. Go over there on his Facebook page, man. Maniac Sports, man. He does his thing over there, man, giving you some great takes over there on Detroit Lions football. With all that being said, now it is time to get into final thoughts. Micro Mike, my man, my mellow, you up first, brother. What are your final thoughts for today's show?
I've been talking about it all week, and I'm here to help Luke out as well as anybody else. The 5 stages of grief, folks. You go through your anger, you go through your frustration. Well, denial first, anger, frustration, everything, and then you become to reality. That's where we're at right now, folks. Understand? We ain't going anywhere.
Acceptance.
Except the fact that we suck, okay? And it's going to be 10 more brutal games for us to go. And then we get to go back to the hopium of the offseason.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm your dealer for that hopium, just so y'all know.
Okay, definitely.
Put down the Heaven's Gate Kool-Aid.
All right, what you got, Maniac Tim? We have
Okay.
final thoughts for today's show.
All kidding aside, remember the last time that Green Bay was struggling, the Lions beat them that year, both games. Green Bay is not the same team as they were last year or the year before. They were expected to go to the Super Bowl. That's what everyone was saying. But Sharon Rodgers has been exposed. All right. We can beat this team. Don't give up. Beat Green Bay, and then that is a winning season, especially if we beat them twice.
Okay.
Go Lions!
Maniac Tim with the hot take today, man. You know what? I'm liking that, brother. I'm liking it. Queen of the Pride, what you got? What's your final thoughts for today's show?
My final thoughts for today is let's get all of these guys who are sitting on the damn bench. Let's wrap them up in duct tape and whatever we got to throw their ass on the field. If we're giving them some Tylenol, we'll give them the opium and the opioids and the drugs and just go out there because it's FTP. This is an opportunity for the Lions to actually beat Green Bay. This is the perfect opportunity, and please do so because I don't want to go on another rant for Lion and Slayer on Sunday night. So please, y'all Lions, do the damn thing already, okay? Please, thank you. You guys have a good weekend.
All right, have a good weekend, everyone. There's more football all weekend long, so go ahead and check it out. 1 week from today is one of my favorite days of the year. It is Veterans Day. Salute to Service Month in the NFL. Next Friday, 1 week from today, is Veterans Day, man. Thank a veteran. If you know a veteran, thank them for their service. We appreciate you for all you do for our country. Myself, I'm a veteran. My man, Michael is a veteran as well. My man, Big Michael Banks over there, he's a two-time veteran, served in the Army and the Marine Corps. So if you know a veteran, thank them. And if you definitely see a veteran that needs help, man, reach out to helping hand to that veteran because a lot of times we got too much pride to ask for help. So ask them if they need help, man, and give them a helping hand. And if you see a Vietnam vet, please thank them for their service, man, because that generation did not get the fanfare they deserve for serving our country in the volunteer time or the guns that got drafted. So if you see a Vietnam vet, definitely thank them for that. I do it all the time. I thank them for their service. Every time I get an opportunity to do so, I thank a Vietnam veteran for their service. All right. Now, Reverend.
Say one thing before he does. Okay. Jim's dad served in the Vietnam with a Vietnam vet.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I mean, hey, I always respected him for that. So as co-founder, I want to thank Jim Bordeaux Sr. for serving. And I seen what it did to him as far as for not getting the respect that he did deserve.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Thank you, Jim.
All right. Thanks, Maniac. We appreciate that, man. All right. Reverend Dr. Deacon Bishop, Brother Love, Luke T. What are your final thoughts for the day? Step to the pulpit, my brother.
Hey, listen, it's so much fun today. I always enjoy this, these moments where we can come on and have fun and talk sports, and everybody just break bread in that light. And I'm Veteran Day. That's the 11th, right?
Yep, the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's also the day that will kind of forever come out. So you enjoy you a good movie too. So use them veteran perks and get you some free movie viewing of a good movie. So FYI. But today's positive quote comes from me. It's simple. The greatest things that you're going to ever do will come from the smallest things you ever did. The greatest things you are going to do are going to come from the smallest things you ever did. I don't think some of y'all realize how impactful you are to a person with the simplest things as like, hey, you look nice today. And hey, you know, every day ain't gonna be great, but today you looking like you can do everything that you need to do. Small words of encouragement, pats on the backs, hugs, well wishes, simple phone calls of laughter, jokes, and these little things that you don't think are so big are big to somebody who's over there fighting to put one foot in front of the other and move. These little things that you don't realize that you're doing, like giving somebody something to eat for a second, or having a conversation with a person who's walking on the street who may think that nobody sees them for a moment, is huge. And that's where your greatness comes from. That's where you become the ultimate person. That's where you become something different. I'm challenging every single person out here to do the small things. Simply things, say hi, how are you, how's your day going, being a good listener, and simply just understanding that not everybody who smiles is happy, and not everybody who's not smiling is sad. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Make sure you join the family, because I'm telling you, they be in there doing all kind of weird stuff. And I hear back and I think to myself, what in the hell is going on now? So make sure you're part of that whole process. And if you don't do nothing else, don't be no chump. Please do your research.
Man, thank you guys for joining us right here on Detroit Lives on the Proud, man. Your home for Detroit Lives news and rumors. And one last thing before we get out of this show today. Tuck sucks. All right, thank you, man, for joining us here on Detroit Lives on the Proud, man. As always, woo, man. Hey, whatever you do in life, you got to bounce up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the panel, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.